Today we're going to be mixing Sunset Orange and Electric Paradise from Arctic Fox. With my mix videos, I think I want to keep it a little bit more simple and not have too many hair swatches. Unfortunately, I think they changed the swatches that I buy because I feel like there should be one in between here, but I couldn't find one. I have these numbered 1 through 9. That is not synonymous with hair levels. Even though my number 1 is black, the hair levels aren't consistent as we go up, so it's just to keep track. What I want to do is take an even mixture of the two, and I'll put that in the middle of each swatch, and then on the top and the bottom I'll have it be one more than the other. And then once everything is dyed and dried and such, I will compare them to Electric Paradise and Sunset Orange by themselves, and if I happen to have any other dyes that look similar, we'll compare those too. This is going to be a 1-to-1 ratio, an even amount of both. Okay, so on the very top we're going to do 2 parts of Electric Paradise and 1 part of Sunset Orange. And now on the ends we're going to be doing 2 parts of Sunset Orange and 1 part of Electric Paradise. I'm going to let these sit for an hour. I'll rinse them out, and when they're dry, I'll come back and meet you here. Okay, so this is not quite what I was expecting. I was really hoping that the pink would show through better, but that does make sense because every time I see people talking about mixing Electric Paradise, it's usually with Arctic Fox's other dye called Orange, which is closer to like a neon orange, so it's a lighter dye, just like Electric Paradise is. That being said though, I do see a difference. Like, it's not like I just did Sunset Orange by itself kind of thing. For reference, now this is going to be Sunset Orange by itself, and this is comparable to number 9. Sunset Orange comparable to number 8. Sunset Orange comparable to number 7. Even though we did different parts throughout the strand, I feel like these two do look quite similar. On the other swatches though, for some reason it kind of darkened the dye. So number 14 and 7, they are the same. But the Sunset Orange just has a brighter look to it, where this looks a little bit darker. But then for some reason on number 8, it looks neon. I don't really get that. But that reminds me, so Electric Paradise is a UV reactive dye, but Sunset Orange is not. So I kind of wanted to look under a black light to see what it would look like. I had to switch over to my phone because my camera doesn't pick up the lighting very well, the UV light. So I turned all the lights off. It's still kind of hard to tell on my phone, but I'm gonna do my best. So in person you can definitely tell all of the swatches pretty much, maybe like 3 through 9, do react under the black light. The top portions that have more Electric Paradise do seem to react the best. So like I said, it's a little bit hard to tell, but with the Sunset Orange swatches, because I have to, I dilute them down the strand, the blonde is peeking through. But if you look at the pure dye portion of each swatch, that is not lighting up. So basically what I'm getting from this is, if you want to make your Sunset Orange dye a little bit more neon and UV reactive, you just have to mix some Electric Paradise in there and it'll do that for you. The most neon one is number 8. So if you're going for like a neon orange, I think having super light platinum blonde hair but not toning it would be the best option. I also wanted to see what these look like in different lighting. So right now we're under like a daylight bulb, I want to say. I'm going to turn the light off. There will be a little bit of natural lighting coming in, but it will still be kind of dark when I turn the light off. When I was doing Electric Paradise, I noticed that under artificial lighting it looked much more orange, but when I would turn the lights off and have a little bit of natural light peeking through my windows, it would definitely look a lot more pink. So you actually can see a difference when I turn the lights off. Sunset Orange definitely stays pretty orange, but there is a difference with the mixed swatches. It does look like there's a little bit more pink shining through. It almost makes it look a little bit red because the orange is so intense at the same time. So that's interesting. That's one thing I like about the Electric Paradise dye, is that in each variation of lighting it can look slightly different. Okay, so now for reference, we'll do the darker swatches for Sunset Orange. So this is comparable to number 6, 5, 4, and 3. I think overall the darker swatches look pretty similar. Yeah. You can definitely see more neon though in the mix. The Sunset Orange by itself does have a bit more of like a pumpkin-y look to it, I guess. For number 3 and number 9, it does look a little bit brighter with the Electric Paradise mixed in. Now we're going to look at Electric Paradise from Arctic Fox in comparison. So this one is comparable to number 9. Very pink. 8 and 7. And then 6. Electric Paradise is a really light dye. It's not meant to dye darker hair. So the orange definitely takes over if you mix these together. I was really hoping that this would be more pink, but I should have realized from the jump that the Sunset Orange, since it was able to dye darker hair, it is a more pigmented dye. But that being said, it still made the dye neon mixing these two together, and we know for the future what we should and shouldn't do. So now that we've seen everything compared, let's get into the close-ups.
Kitchen, you saw the look on my face, you saw the look on my had to get out of this place. I seen something I've never seen before. When you put on the pineapple, we couldn't be friends anymore. Pineapple thousands, go on pizza. It's a fruit and you know that. Pineapple
I really hope this helped. If you're curious, I do have my die schedule linked below, and I also have my Patreon linked below if you want to consider helping support my channel. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next video.